Worldwide.
All right. Okay, everybody be quiet now. This is for Stephanie in Hawaii. Hi, I'm Bill, Clinical Education Manager at Biodex. This is Don, one of our service guys. We're going to go over the vest real quick. I'm not going to attach it to the device. You've already figured this part out. We're going to put this on, and we're going to stop that slippage so the vest doesn't wind up in the patient's axilla. This is the same vest you have. This is the new harness. So I'm going to wrap it around Don here. I'm going to get it really low, okay? I'm going to get it really low. That's a good spot right there. I think Don's still in the video, yeah. The next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take all the leg straps off, okay? And we'll put those on after we get the vest where we want it. Now, the important thing to remember here is you're going to have to guesstimate how much width you're going to need across the back. Now, it sounds like you were putting it on, and you said the blue straps are really difficult to deal with after you get it on, so we're going to deal with them early. So Don is a medium-sized type of guy. I'll just open this buckle up a little bit. Just the strap. And the whole idea with estimating where these straps go is to get one of the buckles right over the greater trochanter of the hip. So if we look at the vest, okay, we're going to want this lateral buckle, the one right underneath the handle. We want this buckle over the greater trochanter of the hip. Now, I'm not going to have this on the machine while I do it. I'm going to do this separately. Put it on like a vest. Put the hand through. Put the hand through. Good. Now turn it right around, Don. Okay. And we'll deal with these shoulder straps because I know you said they were coming off. So I'll try not to stay in the way of the camera. So if I bring this around to here, and you can see how low it is. All right. Don turns to the side. You can see that this buckle is over the greater trochanter. Turn around a little bit more, Don. So that yellow one is right there. Okay, turn back around. And I'm going to take the top buckle and slap it on here and pull. So that one is done for now. And the bottom one, and then pull. So these, if you get the back straps right, the front straps shouldn't be too difficult. So turn to this side for me, and you'll see the yellow buckle, hopefully. Let me see if that's coming through on the video. The yellow buckle, go back to that one-to-one guide, the single-step guide that we have. And we have this other buckle over this greater trochanter. These handles aren't necessarily over the midline, okay? What we found out is if we get this buckle over the greater trochanter, it doesn't allow the strap to go up into the groin, so it kind of misses that, right? The next thing, to have this stop falling for now, tighten these up just a little bit, so they're not falling off the client while you're doing this standing up. The next step, I'm going to turn Don around and make sure that we are in video, and we are. And I'm going to match up the colors of the buckles. I'm going to do the posterior or the red strap first. So this is my blue buckle, and I'm going to put it in this blue buckle. So I'll cinch it up in here, and the whole idea is to get this red strap through the crotch to the opposite side. Now when I do that, you'll see when I cinch it up, turn to this side, it'll go right here. All right? So take another look. This red strap goes through the leg and then up the other side. So that prevents this vest from riding up, but it also prevents the strapping from impinging on his vital parts down below. I'm going to take this leg strap and just slap it on here. Now this leg strap doesn't have to be tight. The reason this leg strap is here is just to help you position that red strap. Okay, we're going to do the same on the opposite side. So let's turn him around here. Here's the green buckle. The green buckle goes in. The red strap goes through the leg and out the front, and then we snap it right into the yellow. We give it a nice little tug. So now he's in. And the bottom strap, of course, the cuff leg strap goes here. All right, so we have these two little teardrops around his leg, and you notice they're not coming up into his crotch at all. And if you get the red strap through the back, so it comes out the front here, it won't ride up and impinge him, which is, of course, very important, especially in males. So we'll back Don up into the machine. We'll turn it on. Now, I normally don't have these handles in here because we use it on the treadmill a lot, but we don't have to. My gauge reads 0. It's always going to stay 0, hopefully. Don is, how much do you weigh?
About 190.
So Don is, for math, easy math purposes, he's 200 pounds. So if we want to take 20% of the weight off, that means we have to unload 40 pounds. And that's all this chart is for. You and I probably used to use a calculator back in the day. That's how I used to do it before I had a chart. So don't be confused by the chart. 20% of Don's weight is 40 pounds. So in order to lift that, I'm going to use crank number 2 here until I see a range that includes 40 pounds. Happens to be the green range. That's between 30 and 60 pounds. That's the range that you preset. Now once you get the preset done, just forget about it. All right? Just leave it alone. All right? Don't worry about the stop indicator. As I said in my email, it doesn't mean anything. It's more confusing than it is helpful. So Don is preloaded now, and we use handle number 1 to lift him off the ground. So how do we attach Don to the unweighing device? I'm going to drop this down right over Don's head. Okay, and I want these to come right about Don's earlobe level. Okay? And we'll do the same on the opposite side. Right around the earlobe. And pull it down. You can see now everything is kind of even. It should be. The buckles are even. These are even. This bar is even. So we're not going to get any uneven lifting on either side. I can even pull this down just a little bit more. And they should lock right in place. Now the next step is to get this up to 40 pounds. So I'm going to go to handle number 1, because we're not messing with handle number 2 anymore, and I'm going to crank it up. I haven't locked the wheels, that's why you might see some wiggling. Right now it's reading 52 pounds of unweighing. Notice how low the vest is. Notice how the straps aren't climbing into his crotch. And if I turn Don around the other side, turn around for me, Don. Keep going, sir. And you'll notice how these red straps are grabbing him underneath the glutes. Now turn around the other way. Yeah. Now the one thing that you had one of your questions for was, what do I do when I put these stabilization things on and he's pulling too far in one direction? So I'm going to put this around the handle. And I'm going to put this over here. And if he's pulling too far to the right, then I'm going to add another one of the straps over here to stabilize him. So I have equal stabilization. Okay? Now, you might have something in the clinic that's a little bit better, that's not elastic, where you could just lash him right to it. I use the hooks on the rubber tubing and hook them onto the handles on the side handles. Now, the side handles you can use manually if you want. Okay? So he's still 20% unweight. It still reads 42 pounds. Now, what I'm going to do to show you that if you get it hooked up properly is that I can basically lift him off the ground, and I should not get too much sliding. All right? He's on his toes right now, 119. Okay? Look where the vest is. It's still pretty darn low. All right? And he's still not grabbing in the crotch. So he's 180 or so. 190, he said. Let me get this on. And Don, go ahead and lift your feet off the ground. Just bend your knees up. So, go ahead and don't hold on here if you could. It's kind of dangling, and the harness is really not riding. So I think the problem we're having with the harness is that we don't have it on quite right. And maybe the instructions we gave you don't allow you to do that. You can put your toes down. Okay? I'm going to let Don down. Now, you're going to get a little bit of slippage. But all in all, you're not going to see it right up into his axilla. Now, I've answered some of the questions on the email. The other question was, I believe, what about the inguinal straps? These are not labeled. Front is back, back is front, and they clip into the same buckles. Certainly, this doesn't work well with males, but it should do okay with females. All right, so I'm going to stop this long video here. We can do this again if you need more information, and you can also email me. So hopefully when you get to work today, you can go on YouTube and take a look at this video. Any questions, please call me, Biodex 800-224-6339. I'm at extension 2253, or email me, wgalway, WGALWAY @biodex.com. Thanks a lot, Stephanie. I'll talk to you on Monday.